save me, and I won't save her. Say amen. Amen, 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 yeah. Amen. That boys and they can't win. Can't win, can't win, can't win, can't win. Check. Going up. Win it, we gonna. Going up. Did it like my persona. Going up. Ripping them was honest. We was the drive them hardest. Now we pull up in the furnace. Go up. Walk in. Show up. Baby, hold up. Go up. We flow up.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Carson Wentz's Eagles going up against Tannehill's Dolphins.
Thank you, Larry. It is a hot and humid afternoon as we get set for football in the southern part of the Sunshine State in Miami, Florida. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble. So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Tannehill under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nigel Bradham, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Back near the goal line. Here's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're going to get this one all the way out to the 25-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And a nice this move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively, and now they've earned the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 44-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now it's Ajayi, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Wentz. And that's caught by Smith. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. Steps away to his left. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 4-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all. 3rd and goal. Throwing his Wentz. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Miami after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Tannehill on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, it's Tannehill. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
And they might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Dancing to his left. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devontae Parker, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Eagles will take over here in just a second on offense. And Charles, as you look back to the Super Bowl title run that they just had, what were some of the moves that made that possible?
I'll keep it on the offensive side of the ball because I thought their front office did a fantastic job of having answers in case things happen. Carson Wentz goes out. Well, they had signed Nick Foles to back him up. That worked out pretty well. Getting Alshon Jeffrey as a weapon outside to help them in the passing game. Darren Sproles gets hurt at running back. Corey Clement was signed as an undrafted free agent. He filled in well, and they traded for Jay Ajayi. And how about Jason Peters losing the all-world left tackle? And Halapoulivaati Vaitai, who they drafted the year before, filled in quite capably. They had answers for everything they needed.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
All security eluded him. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st and goal, Drake leaps past him, and he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. That's what they wanted out of that 1st down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in.
Got a man. It's Landry for the Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry from a yard out. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And out come the Eagles. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Once again here on 2nd and 10. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Andre Branch in there to get him for a loss of 5. Wentz to throw on second down. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Give him 30 yards there. Throwing on first is Wentz. And when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. He's got daylight past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet,
so they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He's going to air one out, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 37. Wentz now on first down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Wentz will try again on second down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Tannehill. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Michael Kendricks with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Now it's Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th. But they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Torrey Smith, 58 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. And there he went quite a ways just to catch that ball. He started out lined up out to the right, caught it on the left side of the field.
So what does that tell us? That there was tremendous protection on that play. Because that's not going to happen very fast to be able to cross all the way from one side of the field to the other. Great job by the offensive line, keeping him upright and plenty of time to find him downfield. And boy, they did it successfully.
Well, it looked like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. It's a big play there for the Eagles. And even 40 yards. Into the red zone. Wentz. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Forced it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Andre Branch in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. The swing pass caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 49 yards on the ground. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles. Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is...
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, here's Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally, someone said, let's try and put...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll get it to Drake running left. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. So they're going to go for 2. Here's Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 6. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Now a desperation throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.